My 42 male wife, 32 female, of 3 years is meeting up with some guy I don't know. My wife joined a gym recently. She's not overweight and hasn't mentioned wanting to join before, but then a few months ago she fancied it and off she went. Anyway, recently I noticed a guy regularly liking her Facebook comments, not just the odd ones, but a lot of them. I've never heard of him before, and I know most of her Facebook friends. I was using her phone the other day, and her Facebook was left on. I'm not a snooper, it's just not my style, but a message popped up from the same guy, and I opened it. All of their previous private conversations came up, same time tomorrow, X, and I'll pick you up around 4, X, etc. I don't know what to think. There's no sexualized talk, although each sentence ends with an X, and she's never mentioned him before. Why would she not? I don't know what to do next. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Definitely sounds weird, especially because the only conversation that they're having is like same time tomorrow. I'll pick you up around, and if she's never mentioned him before, that's not good. Someone said, when is she meeting up with him next, and where does it say they're meeting up? Edit, yeah, it would seem really suspicious. Where's your wife now? OP said, I can't get back on her Facebook. I don't know the password. I'm not sure when and where they're meeting, but I got the impression that she was picking him up from his house. I don't really monitor her movements, so wouldn't know where she was supposed to be. Probably the gym. She's been going there a lot. And then someone said, what did she tell you she was doing at that time? OP said, she didn't tell me anything out of the ordinary that I can remember. I'm guessing the gym because she's been going there a lot. And then someone said, go with her. Tell her you want to work out with her and get yourself in better shape. See what response you get to this line of reasoning. Okay, Tease, that's a good idea. Okay, there's an update 1. It's such a tiny update, but it's 2 days later, and it says, I didn't want to ask her outright, so I took some of the advice I had on here, and I went to the gym after she got changed and went. She wasn't there. She isn't even a member. The thing is, she's acting so normal. She seems happy, pleased to spend time with me. Sex is as good as regular and as regular as ever. Anyway, next time she goes, I'm going to ask to come with her just as she's getting into the car. Oh, Lord. I mean, that's crazy to me, though, because it's like, if you're going to hide something, that's like a terrible way to hide it. Do you genuinely think that your husband's just never going to ask to go to the gym with you? I mean, maybe that's the case, but like, I could imagine that randomly my boyfriend will probably ask me to go, like, to come to the gym with me. Maybe if he doesn't do it once a month or, regularly, he could possibly be like, oh, today can I come to the gym with you? And the fact that, I don't know, it's like, you're not me like encouraging her. You should be better at covering it up, girl. Like, get that gym membership, girl. And no, I'm just kidding. Definitely don't do that. Don't cheat. I don't advise it and I don't support it, okay? All right. Someone said, did you go to the right gym? Don't jump to any conclusions yet. Her behavior towards you is really positive and you still have nothing concrete despite the doomsday guys of Reddit. I agree, go with her, but find a reason to. Someone said, just say you want to go to the gym too and spend time with her there. After that, it's all fairly straightforward. This person, Friggy McNasty, said, the next time she wants to go to the gym, tag along with her. If she gives you shit, ask her what's wrong with you going. A good reason to go is that you want to get in shape, do a little cardio, maybe increase some muscle mass, etc. Just you want to go and speak with a personal trainer, maybe go to the gym as a couple. Edit, thanks for the advice. I know it may sound silly, but I just don't sense anything bad. Perhaps I'm being naive, but you're right. It does seem suspicious. I don't know what to think. I might speak to a lawyer. I'll see what happens tomorrow. What? Why are you speaking to a lawyer already? You don't even know. Not you speaking to a lawyer before you even figure out if anything is happening. Obviously, it does sound suspicious, but you're like, yeah, I don't sense anything bad, but I might talk to a lawyer. As if the lawyer is going to be like, yeah, let me like figure out what's happening. It's not a private investigator, girly pop. You got to figure out if something's even going on in the first place. Okay, one day after the last update, here is the final update. And I'm like, if this doesn't end in, I don't know. Today's conclusion. I read all the comments and I must say you had me convinced that she was cheating. I know Musk suggested spending money on lawyers /GPS /private investigators and stuff, but I needed to know for myself, so I stuck with the original plan. As she was getting into the car, I came out and said, hang on, I'm coming too. I've been thinking about losing weight and you don't want to be married to a fat F like me. She laughed and said, don't be daft, you're not fat, but it would be brill if you joined too and then we can do the sauna stuff. So we set off in a completely different direction of the gym. I asked her about the local gym and she laughed again and said, quote, "How much money do you think we have? Apparently the gym near us is really expensive." And then the best bit, she then pulls over and out of this house comes the guy Steve, built like a boxer, and climbs into the car, and another slightly smaller. As soon as they get in, all my worries disappear. This was Steve, pronounced Steven, at camp as they come, and then proceeded to flirt with me. The other guy was his boyfriend. When we got home later, I asked her about him on Facebook, and she said, quote, "If I said I'd emptied the bin, he'd like it," unquote. Then I showed her the Reddit post, and she laughed and said, "Why didn't you just ask me who he was?" And then she laughed again when she read I went to the wrong gym. She said some unflattering things about one or two messages, but I don't care. All is well. Okay, love that. So your wife just has a gay bestie, and like that's so slay of her. But Steven, I'm so confused by that. This was Steve, pronounced Steven. I'm trying to say it, and it just like sounds crazy. As camp as they come, and then proceeded to flirt with me. As camp? Is that like a British word for gay? Hello? The TLDR is wrong gym, gay dude. Edit, I'm a little overwhelmed by the massive response this got. I thought there were just a few people following the story. My gut feeling was that there was nothing wrong because everything else just seemed to be normal, as I said in the first post. I feel a bit bad and a bit daft about checking up and misleading her, but she just found it funny. We don't normally go into detail about who we're with and where we're going. I play football and she's probably met two of my friends and would have no idea who I collect in my car when I go. She doesn't hang out with him. They attend the same box fit class, and sometimes she's picked him up on the route. Anyway, that's it. I can go back to using my proper account now. Thanks, everyone, including the ones who's tried to convince me I was practically divorced and broke. Okay, well, it's kind of hard when you give 3 sentences of a story, and then your update is also 2 sentences. It's like, sorry, we don't have. I would suspect that if you go to a gym and your wife isn't there and she doesn't have a membership there, then you would think that's sus. But obviously, there's so many details missing. The top comment is responding to the TLDR that says wrong gym, gay dude, and they said, "Honey, wake up, a new flare has dropped. Surrender to the gymcation or be destroyed." I'll never get tired of gaycation callbacks, the gift that keeps on giving. So how did that one end? Did they split up and the husband went on the gaycation with the other guy? There was a brother-in-law involved in the thing, right? Both the wives divorced them, but it's never said if they went anyway. I kind of want to read that story. Okay, let's read this. I don't know what this, someone mentioned this. They said, was that the one very clearly became sort of some fetish content about pony play? Oh no, we're not going to read that. Nope. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.